Hi, I'm Mark Beck.
And I'm Megan Salois. We're here with Remax Glacier Country, coming to you from Sunset Plaza here in Kalispell, Montana.
And this is Selling Montana, a podcast about real estate, business, and entrepreneurship in Montana. We are down one of our co-hosts.
Yes.
Poor Stephanie Thompson couldn't make
Stephanie. She's out working hard, so she has a good excuse.
That's right,
But we
yes. But we have an amazing guest here, Nathan Garber with
That's right.
Leon Holdings.
Thank you for being here. We appreciate it.
Thank you. I'm excited to be here.
Yes, sir. Thank you. You have an incredible workload, I would say.
Yeah.
Author, business owner, builder. I mean, where does the list end, right?
Yeah. I mean, I'm just going to tell you a secret, so don't tell anybody else.
Okay.
People think I'm busier than I really am. Generally.
Wow.
People think I'm working when I'm actually playing, but I don't like too many people to find that out.
That's a good thing we're not putting this on the internet.
Got a good thing going for you there.
It's all about getting the right people in the right places, you know?
There you go.
You do have some great staff, that's for sure.
I do.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're very,
Amazing.
very blessed there. That's difficult to find. So,
Yeah, no kidding.
yeah.
So I've met you several years ago.
Yeah.
But I don't really know what you do. Like, I've never really known exactly what you do. So, yeah. You probably do.
I do, but I'll let Nathan tell
Okay.
us.
Okay. So I've, like you said, I've had several companies that I've built, but one of the companies I've had for a long time, Premier Builders, is a construction company.
Okay.
And it's specializing in agricultural buildings and like commercial. We don't do any residential, but I've not done much in that company in the last couple of years. My nephew's been running it. He's actually buying it from me the end of this year, and I've been bored out of my mind with that just because I've done it off and on most of my life. So I can do it with my eyes closed, and I like new exciting things. I like new ventures. So by virtue of what we were doing, I started. We built a lot of mini storage, self-storage facilities for people here in the valley. And eventually, I can be a little slow at times, but eventually realized I should probably do that for myself instead of helping everybody else make a lot of money.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I hear there's a lot of money in storage units.
For sure.
Yeah.
So then out of that is where Leon Holding Company got started, and it's a developer is what it is. So we use our own money. I have a partner. We actually, the parent company is actually Legacy Storage. It's the national brand we're building. My partner and I, he's out of Colorado, one of my best friends. And then Legacy contracts with Leon, which I own 100%, to go out and actually develop the property. So we're in Oklahoma right now, just started in Missouri as well.
Oh, wow.
We go buy dirt. We contract to have all the buildings built, fence, video, develop it completely, open it up. And then we also have a management company, Legacy Services, that, fills them up and manages them. So that's kind of what we do.
So are you your storage centers, are they a hands-off, like they deposit, you don't have staff on site?
Correct. Yeah, no, that's
Okay.
we've got it down tight. Like, we're very narrow, even within the storage space. We're very narrow in terms of what we do. We don't do any, multi-story buildings. We don't do any climate control. They're basic, self-storage facilities, fenced, video camera where we can watch anything from anywhere in the world. And then the software we use to run them, the only way you can rent is online with a credit card or debit card, and it's an auto monthly charge. So there's no, we're waiting for a check in the mail or somebody's going to bring us cash. It's like, and it eliminates a lot of the people that don't pay anyway, or that are always late.
Yeah, because they just don't want
right.
to rent from you because they're like, I don't want to give them my credit card, right?
Yeah.
Or they don't have a credit card, it's maxed out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So all we need at each site is just a handyman that we can call or woman and to go out, if the gate's not working or something happens, but it just keeps our costs down, streamlines it, makes it efficient, makes so we have more time to play.
So your company builds and you keep those, you don't sell them to other?
Yes, we do sell. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha.
I did the last one I had here in the valley. I was very bullish here for a long time, but there's so many here right now, and I feel like it's a little bit hard to really quantify the amount of people that are coming versus the units that are available, and how long do you keep building it out? I don't want to be the one guy that's stuck with half a facility empty when all at once,
Yeah.
Things turn.
I can't believe how expensive storage units are. Like, there's one out in Creston that I saw listed for like 10 million or something crazy.
Yeah.
Like, it's
they're
just hard.
huge income producers.
I know, but it's just, I guess it just blew my mind how.
That one started 6 years ago.
Yeah.
And just for reference, a 10 by 20 was either $90 or $95. Right now, it's somewhere around $145.
Wow.
So that, of course, hugely affects the income and then the valuation as well.
And quite frankly, you are completely handcuffed to your storage unit. Like, you're not just going to, I found a better deal, I'm going to pack up all my crap and move it. Like, no, you're just going to keep paying.
Like,
you're going to leave it there.
Steady,
like
secure source of income.
Right.
Yeah. That's it's a great business for sure to be in. I mean, as you know, and like there's a ton of people that want those as investments. Like, I get calls for people all the time, that buyers that are out of state. And they're like, hey, do you ever deal in any storage units? I'm like, well, not yet. I haven't sold one yet, but
well,
like to.
There's a couple in Oklahoma for sale. If you get another call for that.
If I get another call, I'll
never had to refer it there yet, but you never know.
I'll definitely refer it to you. Yeah,
money's money, so
it sure is. Yeah. So, business aside, you're an incredible entrepreneur. You've been able to juggle plates, over the years, and but you do some philanthropy as well, and that really interests me. I'm big on that. So tell us what you're doing.
Yeah. One of the things that I've been here 20 plus years, and I love this valley. I love this community, except for the wintertime, which is why I go to Cabo a lot. But anyway.
That sounds nice.
Is that Leon is not actually doing much business here. We have an office here. We're based out of here, but we're not building it. We're not developing in the valley. And I wanted people to know that I'm still very much committed to this place. I want to be involved. And so we started sponsoring some non-profit events, charity events last year through Leon. And I was thinking about it and then decided it would actually be beneficial all around to start a foundation. And because the money that we do make, of course, comes back here. And so I want to put it back in the community. And so we started a foundation called the letters NRG Elevation Foundation. It's all about elevating people and families. I'm super excited about that because I really believe in the next couple of years there's going to be, a couple $1 million minimum a year flowing through that.
Wow.
And we are very much about hands-on, the girls that work with me. So already Leon Holding Company does, we make a donation every month into the foundation, which then flows out into the community. But this is about giving directly to the families. It's single parent families that struggle. It can be anything that they need. We will help them with. Secondarily, veterans and veterans groups in the valley. But I'm just thinking, can you imagine the difference that $2 million in 1 year would make to struggling families right here in our own valley?
Yeah. It's like life changing.
Yeah. So that gets me more excited than thinking about how can I spread $2 million over the whole U.S.? Not that people don't need help in other areas. I live here. I care more about here. And so that gets me really fired up, and I'm really excited about that. In addition to that, we have been very active over this whole last year in terms of just being sponsors at different levels in in a lot of the events. So I love doing that.
That's really cool that you're finding a way to not just sponsor events and different things like that, but like a tangible way, directly to people in need. That's really cool.
Yeah. Yeah. And kind of as we were talking before, I mean, shoot, $1,500 to a family goes a long ways here. That's a set of snow tires. That's winter coats for the kids. I mean, and Montana's a difficult place to live because it's expensive. The seasons change. I mean, there's a lot of factors here. I mean, it's a difficult place to live. It always has been.
Right. Emily is one of the gals that works, with me and Leon, and she's like my other right arm, does everything for me. My gosh, helps my life work. And, but anyway, and she's been the one that's kind of been going out and, actually delivering checks to people. And then she documents, who it is and what it was for, just so we can go back and look later. And just the story, already of the number of ones that we've helped, of just, what it does for them and how meaningful it is. Like, it's just, I mean, that's so rewarding. Just,
nothing better than that.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, without a doubt. So anything, projects coming up other than, of course, your nonprofit, but anything coming up that we should know about on the business side? Are you doing anything different?
I'm a big dreamer, so I have no lack of ideas ever.
I wish I was a little more like that.
Well, there's actually, it might actually be a plus for you. Let me finish my thought, because over the years I have, I'm like, well, I can do this, I can do that, and I can do about 5 other things, and this will be great, and one or maybe all of them will, help me, get wealthy, and I'll be doing great. And I found out that, your attention is divided 10 different ways, and you don't, the focus, a narrow stream flows with a lot more force than a wide little, creek. Mm-hmm. And so that's why, and believe me, I've had some opportunities that are higher quality than I've ever had before in the last 2 years in terms of other investments, other things to look at. And yet, because of where my partner and I are taking this company, the level with which we're taking it to is not just going to be a little company. We have, we're going a long way with this. I just keep looking at it and going, dang, I want to, but no, I'm focused. I'm staying here. So there are no other, big things coming up. The one thing I am doing, which is a little bit of a side note, and yet it's more about my life and my legacy than anything, I guess, is that I am starting to build a personal brand just because of, I want to have speaking opportunities that I don't want to be out speaking all the time on a big circuit, but here and there, when I feel like it's a good fit and it's going to be beneficial, I can add the value I want to add to people, then I will accept those speaking engagements. And so I'm getting the word out, a little bit that way through, by building my personal brand on social media.
Yeah.
It's exciting.
Yeah, Nathan's an excellent speaker.
I can tell.
He's given some, he's given some presentations at the Water's Edge Winery, that networking group, and he's a very good speaker. Doesn't need a microphone, doesn't need nothing. He's just got the voice, no notes,
and
just
obviously
goes.
a lot of knowledge.
Experience, right?
I've experienced a few things.
Yeah, so you've got an incredible amount of work ethic. You grew up Amish.
That's right.
Can we talk about that?
Yeah, I would love to.
Sure.
Okay, if you're comfortable.
I'm totally comfortable.
That's intriguing.
Very intriguing. Where your work ethic, your drive, does any of that come from growing up Amish?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I did nothing but work growing up.
Yeah.
And
is that here that you grew
up? No, it was Western Maryland is where I was born. That was first, 10 or 11 years. Okay. And then Southern Indiana was the next 10. So that's where when I left, when I was 21, I left the Amish. And you can't be a big dreamer and be Amish. It just doesn't.
No.
They're narrow little boxes.
Right.
Yeah, they don't even like electricity. So without, right? They don't do electricity. Yeah. So none of this is possible. So
you've never heard of an Amish jet? I can guarantee you that.
No, I haven't. No. Is Rumspringer a real thing? Or?
So. Yes, it is a real thing, but it's not quite what people often think, because, well, what it amounts to is for the communities that do allow that, it's pretty much what it shows on TV. It's just that very, very, very few communities allow that at all.
Is that where they get to go out and experience the world for a little bit, but come back?
Or they're expected to come back.
Yeah.
But not all of them do, but so I never got to do that. I'm just doing that now.
So you never experienced the world till you were 21, you said you left?
Well, yes, 21. But I mean, I'm not sure what you think when you think that. It's about experience of the world, because it's obviously I look around at all the neighbors driving these beautiful vehicles that I would like to have. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I got to drive in them some because we would hire them as taxis to take us around. So we didn't always drive the horse and buggy everywhere.
That's what you think. You're horse and buggy, turn the butter, work the field.
Yeah.
Don't watch,
Didn't turn the butter, but certainly worked the field.
Wow.
But no, my mom and dad were a little bit different than some, because we'd travel a lot. A lot of Amish don't travel much. Okay. I mean, I remember as a kid, and I couldn't have been more than 2 or 3 years old, but I have vivid pictures in my head of traveling up the East Coast, in Maine especially, And then when I was 6, we went to Honduras for about 6 weeks.
Wow.
And that was, I've got a lot of memories about that. So, yeah.
How does income work in the Amish community? Are they like a communist society?
No.
They pool their funds? No.
No.
So they're independent.
Yeah, each family has their own money, does their own, income, whatever. It's just that their community, they're all about, because they don't believe in insurance. So when somebody does go to the hospital, they, all pitch in and help pay for it.
I did not know that.
That happened. 12 years old, I took a nasty, very long fall, and that's what happened there.
Wow.
Huh.
Yep.
Is that
That's fascinating.
is that why they don't drive vehicles, because they have car insurance?
No. It's just like this, the way we've always done it. Why do you think
why
it's better
change?
some other way? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
all about,
Yeah. Well, that's so interesting though. But what a unique background and upbringing, because and I'm sure it served you, right? The work ethic definitely served you.
Yeah.
We've found that people, as through doing this, we find that the people that are often most successful are the people that started with nothing and had, they found for opportunity on their own, and they cultivated it on their own through their own hard work efforts.
And the least successful or the entitled, everything was handed to them.
That's true. I agree with you 100% on that. I would just add to that, not saying we want to go into that because this might not be quite where you want to go.
Sure.
I would also add, though, that I have had more success in the last 3 years, working less, with less. I've made more with less effort than I ever have in my life. And that has more to do with mindsets and beliefs than it has to do with hard work. Not that I don't, combine hard work with that, but to really move to next levels, I think you also have to be aware of and enter the whole mindset space.
That's a good point. Yeah, I agree.
You made a post on Instagram, and it was about not grinding. Right, not grinding.
I forgot about that. Yeah,
and I saw that, and I commented, and I was like, I know what you mean, because I've spent the last 7 years of my life grinding, trying to get ahead. Because my parents aren't wealthy.
Same here.
I had no money growing up, and you think you adopt this new mindset because you want things, you want a better life, and then you realize, wait a minute, you can't be to the grindstone constantly.
Yeah.
But that's what the world glorifies now, is how busy can you be? How much can you hustle? It's you're only doing it right if you're always slammed. And I've been trying to shift that mindset too. Just slow down and make sure your priorities are in order. And it's a really good point.
Exactly. Enjoy those moments with your children and whatever, because you can never get them back. You can always work more, but
100%
back.
Yeah. Yeah,
so,
no, for sure.
You are an author. You have a published book.
That's correct.
I didn't know that. What is your book about?
It's about change and making change. The premise is that change is going to happen, and you can either fight it or you can work with it and use it to your benefit.
I should read that. I don't like change.
Yeah, we should have had you bring a couple copies. We would have put them here, and
I'll get you guys a couple copies.
We would love that. Yes. Yeah. Well, anything else that you would like to discuss with us, or?
Well, I don't know. I mean, not other than I'm excited about our the website's coming up for the foundation. It'll be live.
Yeah.
The website's live, but the donation button, I'm anxious to have people partnering with us, to raise money for the local
NRG
elevationfoundation.org.
Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of long, but
okay. Well, this episode won't air for a couple of weeks, but I'll get the links from you. We'll put it all in the descriptions, and we would love to help.
I appreciate that a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Well, Nathan, you're an interesting guest. You are so.
And I feel like we could probably have you on here for hours. And
I know. Yeah, we'll definitely have to have you back, because there's more.
Scratch the surface.
Yes,
I love that.
A lot to learn from you. Well, I'll check out your book. I'm going to read it, and yes, if you would, please subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. Hit the like button. Hit the share button. Let's get this information out here. And please, considering making a donation to Nathan's Foundation. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.